Hey guys, today we are covering the semifinals of the qualifications for the third Quzhou Lanke Cup World Weiqi Open tournament. It's one of the biggest tournaments in the world. You can see the prize money right here. And this year, they're gonna have Samsung Cup style qualification tournaments in Quzhou, in the city there, on site. However, for the North Americans, Europeans, and Southeast Asia countries, we are all going to send one representative for a total of three representatives, and we're just going to have our own qualifiers here. And in Europe, we have four players: Surma, Kravets, Freijlak, and Podpera. So all four of these players played in the Prague Open we just covered a few days ago, and it's very nice. And you guys will notice a peculiar name here, Lukas Podpera. He is entering as a 7-dan amateur, because this year the Samsung Cup style qualification tournaments are happening. The qualifiers are open to 7-dan amateurs, which makes it very, very, very nice. So here we have Andrii Kravets versus Stanislaw in the qualifiers, and Stanislaw takes white. They are playing with 45 minutes each, plus 20 seconds per move increments. So very, very long time, very, very good amount of time. So opening so far so good. I don't know if this shoulder hit is a right move here. Okay, so the shoulder hit is slightly off. I say this because this is a large knight's move, and then if you shoulder hit a large knight's move, it's like white is a little bit bigger than the small knight's move, so it feels a little big for white's corner. And yeah, so very interesting. The next move, my guess would have been here, or take the whole corner, or another move. The block is also exceedingly big. Stanislaw plays this turn, which is a move. It's often the AI recommended move. Although I will say this, I have never won a game when I played this move before. So let's just say we have a move that I am skipping. We have one AI move that I am never playing. Wow, this shoulder hit's interesting. It's clearly a follow-up from the previous turn, and this jump is also very interesting. Doesn't seem like it's too good, but it's just saying that wherever you cut as white, black is gonna be okay. However, it does leave a lot of cutting points and aji here, so interesting. This move, so white is addressing the problem on the upper side. I'm surprised neither player has played the block before, and that's because the block comes with follow-up Hane and Atari, and even this headbutting move. So the block comes with a lot of freebie moves, if you will. So makes it very, very a popular thing to do. Anyways, in the game white plays here, this is also addressing the problem there. And Andrii jumps into the middle. The European players are all well known to have a middle of the game, middle of the board bias, and in this, in the top, in the pro, this is also this is also felt, and especially Andrii, I feel like Andrii does like to have games, to have moves closer to the middle of the board a lot. Just a preference, and all good. So Andrii jumps into the middle. We've seen shoulder hits, knights move into the middle, and another one jumping into the middle, clearly emphasizing the middle of the board here. Now white has turned, so I would like attach and then connecting back feels a little bit too small, which is right, but because white turned at n16 before, this would be a great use of the thickness with that turn. But here, clearly, Stanislaw does sort of plays the same game as Andrii and also moves towards the middle of the board. Another choice would have been to play some sente moves like this, and not sure if this could be better or worse. It's about the same, and something like this would be, white getting a lot stronger, also gives black a lot more solidness, but here clearly white needs the solidness. Another idea is to extend down, and if you can force black to play something like that, that would be more eye space. However, in this circumstance, because this block at d17 third line is a very big move, now with your f16, f6, f17 move, it's very, very crammed. So crammed in. So maybe the only thing, maybe the best move is to just block. Maybe. Anyways, white jumps out, and here black goes for the corner. This is a very interesting invasion. I play this invasion a lot on Fox. I think the issue with this is you probably want to just attach like this, and therefore you can maybe survive into the corner. Otherwise, I have tried this before, but this gives white the whole corner. So this feels very close to the white position, and it's very dangerous. Black is able to get the squeeze, but after white connects, this doesn't actually help black settle the group. Yes, I was worried about this. White now has a significant thickness advantage on this part of the board. Like 1, 2, 3, black's middle group and the top group. It's a very complex and complex position. So white plays here. This makes a lot of sense. Just making the weakest white group stronger is always going to be good, and we see white's lead growing. If white doesn't play n16, yeah, n16 was a fine move. Oh my god, Hane? What? He didn't connect this. Interesting. So connect would have been what I was expecting. That was the AI move. As white, you're not so worried about any direct cuts because of something like this. And if black wants to cut white, then black himself would be under a lot of pressure and a lot of problems. Something like this would be hugely welcomed for white. Black has less eye space. Okay. Of course, also white has a lot more other things too. That's possible. Anyways, Hane. Okay, this I think this push. Yeah, the push was played. This feels very okay. White loses a lot of the lead that was built up. Yeah, this makes this E13 move totally useless, and yeah, Atari and then Hane. Yeah, this, and also to some extent the star point move. So remember how I didn't like the E13 move, right? Yeah, it's coming back to haunt white. Okay, still, this is probably still okay. White has two choices. Play this move and then jump to capture. But this, this still allows black to survive like that. So very likely white is gonna have to play the so if the Atari was to be played, white would rather play it earlier rather than later. And there's this ko-aji. So still good. This is what white should do, but there is still that ko-aji. Having this, at least white is gonna be able to capture the corner. And if this ends up in a ko, at least white still has the overwhelming thickness after winning the ko. So okay, the game white just plays here. This would now be, white spent 5 moves cutting black, but black has already taken care of one side and already damaged some white stones. Next, black is going to play e18, and white is the one who is not alive here. So this is this fight is rapidly turning south for white. Okay, so black blocks on the outside, plays here in Sente. I thought that was Sente, but maybe this is white's opportunity. I'm sure the move was to I don't know. I don't know what the move is. I think white has found some good defensive resources. One move that is very interesting is to cut white like this. Another move is to headbutt and cut white like this. I'm sure this is very good for black. But white is gonna play here, which is a problem. But so that gives the idea of playing here. Anyways, it's all very possible and interesting ideas. Another one is to just capture the top for black, and I wonder how this is for either side. And also there's the push and then Atari and cut like this. Anyways, ooh, this fighting is very intense, very intense. So black plays here, white cuts. I wonder how this is. White by 1.1, so good job by white here. Maybe the move was here. No, this is even worse. So yeah, right now the move is probably this to maximize black's strength and still go for the peep. Interesting. So the move would be here, strengthen yourself and develop, and in the game black wedged. White's got a Hane, right? Got a Atari this, right? Maybe white is missing a co-threat. Indeed. Maybe white plays here. That's no good. Yeah, it's hard to figure out what's going on here. This is totally even, but white's missing one co-threat. Is this not a co-threat? That is not a co-threat. So maybe white has to connect. That would be bad too. Very interesting. Yeah, so first play these moves and then Atari. As long as white gets black to connect, it'll be fine. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so white first Tanukis. This is a great opportunity to play this move for black. I wonder if that is played, but another move is something like this attach. These would all be very strong. Black played the strongest move, not giving up an inch of ground. Just pushes out like this. Yeah, now white has to push, Atari there. Despite the previous white moves, I don't see any co-threats being made, so tough spot for white. I guess the co-threat would be to push and then to cut. And this would be a big exchange, but this feels like it favors black, so Unfortunate. Maybe white Atari is here first, and then place this Atari as a ko. This would be the best possible scenario for white. Still favors black, so it's very interesting sequence. And also, if black loses a ko, black can always just connect. Alright, so white cannot play any like super bad kos. As the game happened, white escapes here. This is for sure, black gained on the bottom, black gained on the top. Does this work? Yeah, this works. So this would be good for black too. White did not connect in the game. White played the Atari, another very tough spot for white. I think I like this Atari more than that Atari, although it was pretty close. Yeah, very tough spot. You see how white is just like black made a Panuki shape, three Panuki shapes, and white just played moves here, which is one space away here, one space away, and this move. So way too many moves. If white plays this, black is gonna capture anyways, and the game can continue. White plays this one and this one, allows black to go for more. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So white is worried about this. Atari white, Atari white can't connect, but before black does that, he was gonna turn. And if you just Atari, he's gonna Atari. If you play the jump, he's gonna extend the Sente and then play the Atari. Yeah, this is way. Wow, this is kind of like my online game with Ben Zero where I was playing black. I just totally got destroyed in the first major fight of the game. This is Stanislaw suffering the same fate, unfortunately. Oh boy. Okay, let's see if this game can continue. Okay, this isn't the biggest move in the world. Something like this is much stronger. So capturing that Atari? No, don't Atari this. Okay, yeah, okay. I see why the Atari was made, but clearly the important thing to do now is to play on the outside with the Hane, maybe this Atari. Atari is very defensive. Atari is actually the best move now. The key for this is white wants to eventually turn here and then Atari here from the outside for the fighting below. Only after black plays the block does white want to exchange that Atari. So now now the middle is a little bit too weak. Is white already alive? I don't see it. Headbutt, play this, and then something like this. This is very dangerous for white. So unfortunately, this game is the first fight of the game. We just see this bullet hole beehive position, and it's here comes black for the kill. Oh boy. Okay, Atari, and the ladder doesn't work yet. Let's see if white was able to. Oh no. Black will only go for this if black cannot be captured. So we know that black never had to do any of this. So we know that this is gonna work for black without even reading anything. Very unfortunate. And one of my favorite European players in Stanislaw is going to go down, just totally destroyed in the fist to fist, hand to hand fighting. Unfortunately, everything just died. I'm sure he is kicking himself for the it all escalated from that Hane. Good job getting one group captured here. So he did make a lot of headway actually. How did the what? Andrii captured this, okay, all safe. Aha! Andrii went for the bottom, allowed white to capture on the right. Okay, the right could have survived, of course. Okay, all good, and the black survived on the bottom. Game over, 27 points. I see, I see. At this point, it was only 12. Oh my god, how did this happen? Good, tremendously good job by Stanislaw. Um, this was minus 16, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, very good job by Stanislaw to get the game close, but it was just not gonna happen. I'm sure he's kicking himself after the having a small lead in the beginning and then just not connecting there. I mean, you also don't connect. AI wants white to connect, but this is worse than just connecting. So when black plays here, I'm sure the white move was he was gonna do something like this or the connect, um, or maybe he wanted this exchange, and so this kind of cut will just not work. Yeah, but the thing is, if you worry about this kind of cut, it could also be an opportunity to first get this incentive. Black is not going to do that against you because of this cut. And if black plays something like this, you profit immediately, and then you can still try for other things, like maybe there. There's also the there, just attach here. After this, um, you know, because there's this possibility of this kind of cut, you may be able to force black to live in the corner, or you may live yourself and then force black to capture one stone. All this would be like an opportunity too. Not to mention, I'm sure when black plays 4, white is way ahead. And this also opens up this sente, for example, with this push and cut. So this is good for white, obviously. So yeah, I'm sure he's kicking himself for letting this counter attack happen. The AI wants us to play this move and then a tanuki. Interesting. Okay, once white got weak, too defensive, when white was not weak yet, too offensive, and then it got weak, and then it was too defensive, and as a result, this turn was always a move. Interesting. Yeah, as a result, this thing was one of the moves is here. Another move was push to get some co-threads. Interesting. Yeah, the thickness principle really struck at white in this game. Yeah, very strong fighting from Andrii, and Stanislaw falls to Andrii. So Andrii is gonna go on to the finals. And then we have this game, the other one between the Lukas and Mateusz Surma. Very modern opening. Peep, counter peep, I wonder. So this was good moves by both. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Lukas played the AI move here to peep. Nice. And then connect. Good. 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 Totally even. Attack. Attach. Here I would like to go from the bottom, but probably going from the top is better. Going from the top is indeed better. Okay, and then connect, and then black extends. Okay, extend I don't like because white is pretty strong on the bottom. You don't want to be attacking the bottom, at least block or jump out faster. Now that I see the benefits of extending, I kind of like extending more now. Especially since, wait, what? This cannot be the move. Oh my god. Okay, only minus 1.2. Not bad. So again, very, very high quality game. Probably much more higher quality than my City League games, for example. All right, sustainable development. This is good. This all makes sense. And yeah. Wow, Lukas playing some very good proactive go, but maybe the jump from before wasn't that good. Okay. All right. In any case, white takes care of white, and now black is black also got a lot of territory, so this is okay. Attach. Okay. Okay, good. Black extends back here. How? This can't be the move, could it? So at this point, it's totally even. Minus 1.9. Yeah, so this is a move. This is a move. This. Okay, these moves are all extending out to here. I thought locally black would play this one, but this is noticeably very weak for the invasions. Okay, good. Makes sense. Extends back. This is primed for invasion, which did happen. I do like how Lukan plays this one. Normally, people like to play this move a lot. People like to jump a lot, but this is actually worse than, making some territory for yourself. So coming up with this AI move was very, very important and very nice, very nicely done. Black jumps, white plays here. Okay, jump, this shoulder hit. Okay. Very interesting. Black pushes here. Neither the corner territory nor the middle territory is that big. Note how the block is just not one of the answers. Very interesting. Very high quality games played by both. This move lost a lot. I wonder why. Okay, so there was an immediate move with a cut. 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha! I guess they both saw this, except Lukan didn't see it. Interesting. So the wedge is a very surprising and very strong move. Wow, Surma did play this wedge. Wow, crazy. I wouldn't have seen the wedge. Wow. That's why one of the AI moves is here. Another one is to push, and this one doesn't protect against the wedge, which is oh my god. Great stuff. So white extends, and this sets up the wedge, and this might be a big ko. Oh, no ko. This still feels okay for white, but very interesting. Very interesting set of moves after this. Who gains, who loses, who knows. I'm sure black shouldn't have connected. So black gained a little bit overall with that wedge. It was very nice, very nicely done. Very nicely done. So black connects in thickness, white goes for the territory. This makes a lot of sense. Black also made an eye on the right, which is a big gain. This is interesting. Block. Wow, another very strong move. Block. Oh, wow. Wow. We would have played this. Of course, we may have been able to play the block, but it's just you know, if you block, you have your cutting point yourself. And then if white goes into your territory, what are you gonna do later? It's huge risks of huge risks. Yeah. Okay. So push and then push, and this is now, white needs to take care of the side. White needs to play this one and sort of move out and fight. This is a very complicated fight. Lukan played this move. I wonder, and then here black is able to go for the attack now. This is a very tough board to play. Black is not strong, not strong on the right. Three groups, not strong. White has two groups, not strong. So normally, especially after white played this shoulder hit in the middle, white should have the initiative in the fighting. White should have the upper hand in the fighting. But after this, black allowed the locally very bad shape to happen, but surprisingly now white has three groups as well, and three groups not doing well as well. And now it's black cutting white and then attacking everywhere. Black's group here is also stronger too. So this was very unexpected. This block down and then this extend up. It was very strong. Wow, this is quite nice how they played this. This press is very nice because it got a response out of black. Remember, black did make one eye. And then the connect move is Sente for black to force white to make this eye. So getting any responses there is helpful. Okay, yes, I was wondering. Normally the move is always to push and not to jump. In this case, he jumped, and it's just that the jump doesn't make any eye space for white, so it leaves the group much weaker than before. Black peeps. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Okay, so white fixes the top. Place here. Headbutts. Wow, I'm sure. Oh, wow. Black is doing quite well now. Wow, it's a lot of bad groups and connect here. Yep, makes a lot of sense. Because black was able to attack white and strengthen all the black stones, I think right now, 10 points for white, 15, 20, 30 points for white. White has a lot of territory problems. Black has like 25 plus on the top right by itself, 35, 45. So black has quite a bit more, like 10 to 15 points more territory than white. So any gains black can make is gonna be great, and especially like if something easy happens, something yes, it's always a little complicated. Um, this move is probably gonna be Sente, and this move is probably Sente if black. Yeah, it's not easy at all to play for both sides. Oh, yeah, the move is not Sente. Suppose something like this happened where white and black both survived. And then if black is able to invade here in Sente, it's gonna be very easy for black. So right now there's a lot of easy moves. Push. Okay, this is black taking Sente and invading. This is black taking, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, taking Sente and then invading. White here plays 6, 7, and white dies. This move is also black, taking Sente and just fixing instead of invading. This is all very good positions for black. Interesting. And so But I wouldn't resign here as white. Why would I? Especially since I just moved. Why would I resign, right? Is this the end of the game? White plus time? What? Did he run out of time? Okay, great, great. So Lukan won, and oh yes, Lukan won by timeout. Aha, aha. Nice, nicely done, nicely done. So yeah, Surma played a very, very masterful game. Lots and lots of moves that I wasn't expecting, and they all turned out to be good moves. And yeah, this stuff, blocking and then pushing out and letting this be cut through. Whew, that was quite good. That was quite good. All right, very exciting qualification tournaments. We have a final tomorrow: Andrii Kravets versus Lukan Podpera, and very interesting. So thank you guys for watching. We only get one spot. Be on the lookout for the final and the qualifiers from the NA side as well. Thanks for watching. Very, very high quality games here. Although the black lost this game, very, very surprising moves were all good moves. It was really crazy. And of course, the other game, Stanislaw got into some trouble right off the beginning. So it didn't work very, very well. And okay, great. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.